Hi guys, Cgiben here. I want to welcome you to this Thompson Road discussion. I'm currently working on Fish's Vicarstown villain. If you look over there in the corner, over there at Thomas, see he's covered in paint and that freight car's derailed. That is part of what I've filmed so far, Fish's Vicarstown villain. I know I'm supposed to be working on the episode right now, but I've been doing a lot of other things right now, and I'm also wanting to do this discussion on these trains because I'll pretty much explain why after the video is done. So for this discussion, I'm going to be doing 3 different characters actually. So let me bring in Stanley, Rusty, and Rosie. Now you may be wondering, why exactly am I discussing these 3 specific characters? Well, let me bring in some more trains over here. Let me bring in the knockoff versions of Rusty, Stanley, and Rosie. Now I got these knockoffs for a birthday gift for my birthday this year, 2016. Now no one really wants knockoffs, but I decided to keep them because they're kind of like unique items, I guess. So let me do the discussion on Rosie first. So Rosie is not exactly one of my most favorite characters, but she is a character that I hope will get some more roles and pretty much more screen time in the actual Thomas and Friends series. So Rosie's face, the CGI face from Mattel, is pretty much, I would say, the best face on the Rosie models. I mean, I guess I'm okay with the early CGI face from Tommy, but I think this face is probably the best. And I actually had the very first Rosie model, but I repainted it blue and like painted on new eyebrows because the old ones were getting worn out. I made this character that you may know as Roxanne. See, it says Rosie down there, so that means that this was used from a Rosie model. So Rosie has freckles on her cheeks and on her nose. See right there, and you can pretty much tell that there's like pink on her cheeks, and she's got 3 domes. I wonder if she's kind of like Porter. Basically, Porter says that his middle dome is his steam dome, and then these 2 are his sandboxes. So I wonder if this is the same thing for Porter. Like, yeah, basically what I'm saying, I wonder if this is the same thing for Rosie, where this is her steam dome and then these are her sandboxes. We've got this little red line right here, which I don't really know what it's for. I don't think it was really necessary or something. And then Rosie has a very small coal bunker. I mean, I don't know how far she can travel before she has to refill. I mean, we could have made these parts flat and then put a black line all along it to make it look like she has a big coal bunker. And this part right here is actually plastic and it's a little loose, but you know what, that doesn't really matter. So with that all said, I just hope Rosie has some more screen time in the series. Now let's take a look at her knockoff model. I would say out of the 3 knockoff models that I have here, I would say this one has the best face. So it's pretty almost the same. I mean, it even still has this red stripe here. It's just that it has no name, no dates on the wheels, and then the magnets are backwards, as you can see here. See, yeah. Now, I would just probably think that maybe the reason why knockoffs are made, like they are made in China or Hong Kong or something, maybe because Mattel or any other Wooden Railway company doesn't like sell Thomas products to that country or something, like they aren't sold there or something. So yeah, that's probably what I think, that the actual Thomas trains are not actually made in China or something, so they make like their own knockoffs or something. So now we're going to take a look at Stanley. So Stanley, He's okay character, I guess. Basically, he and Ryan are a lot alike. You know, they come to work on Thomas's branch line. Thomas holds a grudge against them, and yeah, I would maybe say Stanley's kind of like Rosie. Like, he's not one of my most favorite characters, but but at the same time, I hope he has more roles and more screen time in the actual Thomas Friends show. So Stanley has an arch-shaped face, which is pretty unique, especially among the steam engines. And then he's got this, like, I'm trying to remember what this thing is called, like this thing on the boiler here. I don't remember what this thing is called, but you know what, let's not worry about that. I'm kind of impressed with how they managed to get these details in this part right here. That's pretty cool. So he has coal bunkers here. And let's just take a look at this knockoff model. So, wood funnel here. It has this part, which is a little bit, which is pretty taller than this part right here. I would maybe guess like that's his whistle or something. And then knowing that those details down here, the coal is extremely small now. He's running low. And once again, the magnets are backwards and there's no name and no dates on the bottom. And finally, we're going to take a look at Rusty. So this is the Tomy version of Rusty. It's an okay model, I guess, but I could maybe be okay with the CGI Mattel version of Rusty that comes with like those rescue cars, or mostly the Rusty that comes with the construction cars. But I would also want a white roof Rusty. So Rusty has this, like, it's not gold or something, but it's like, kind of looks like it's gold or something. This thing right here on top of his head. So he's got this cab window on one side, a lamp, and this one on this side, and that's where his crew can come in. So he doesn't actually have doors on both sides of his cab. So that's kind of unique. And so, let me show you the knockoff version of Rusty. So one of the biggest differences is that it doesn't have this thing right here. So yeah, that was like a big fail or something. I don't know if they just couldn't get a circular piece of wood to fit in there, or I don't know what. So, still has the cab window, but no back window on the cab or tail lamp. There's where his crew can get in. And so yeah, that's pretty much it on, yeah, and yeah, like Rosie and Stanley, I hope Rusty has more roles in the series. We pretty much all want more narrow gauge episodes. So yeah. So that's pretty much it on this discussion on Rosie, Stanley, and Rusty and their knockoff models. But before I go, I need to kind of say something about these knockoff models. So although they're not the real thing, like I said, I was going to keep them because they're unique. And pretty much recently, I'm thinking of making like custom characters out of them. Pretty much like painting them or something. So basically, I'll just pretty much tell you what I have planned for them. Rusty here is going to be painted in the colors of the Sodor flag. The Sodor flag is seen for the first time in the Great Race. Philip, the box cap Diesel, gets the privilege of carrying the Sodor flag at the Great Railway Show. So, US fans will have not seen the Great Race yet, but UK fans have. But, pretty much, from what videos from the Great Race have been showing, the Sodor flag is like blue and white and yellow. So yeah, I'm going to paint this Rusty model in the Sodor flag colors. So that should be interesting. Stanley here, I'm going to make him like a New Zealand engine. So I'm going to paint him in the colors of the New Zealand flag. You know, red, green, and orange. I believe those are the New Zealand flag colors. I could be wrong, but yeah, I'm just painting him red, green, and orange or something, and making him a New Zealand engine. And then Rosie here is going to be a engine from Brazil, just like Ro from the Great Race, the engine that is pretty much a complete copy of Logan. So yeah, like Ro, I'm going to paint Rosie here in the colors of the Brazilian flag. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to like making my own international engines out of these knockoff models. So guys, that's all on this discussion. Thanks for watching. I'm going to try to get back to filming the rest of Vicarstown Villain, but until then, bye for now.